Hi, my name is Sarah Failing, and I'm going to be talking about home and school connections. There are many cultural influences on teaching and learning. It is extremely important to make sure teachers are properly educating their students with cultural competence. Cultural competence is the ability to successfully teach students who are from other cultures than our own. To have cultural competence, trust must be established in the classroom with an inclusive environment. One of the key ways to make sure inclusion is at the center point of curriculum is discussions involving cultural differences. Making sure that the baseline is established at the beginning of the school term regarding respect for others' cultures and what is acceptable and unacceptable during these conversations. These discussions are added throughout the entire school year as opposed to only bringing it up occasionally. A teacher who has cultural competency is more likely to build positive relationships with both their students and their parents. An English learner's cultural views and beliefs can be integrated into the context of teaching and learning. There are multiple ways to implement this daily. One of the best ways to do this is to draw from students' experiences. Making sure these conversations and discussions regarding your students' experiences and cultural backgrounds will help you be able to enhance your curriculum and make it more culturally relevant. Another great way is making sure there are interactive and collaborative activities. During these activities, it is a great way to have students connect previous experiences with their current curriculum. Culture plays an important role in education. The benefits of having a school program that promotes culture and diversity can have positive impacts on students' abilities to learn when the environment allows positive relationships between teachers and students. When a student feels like they are a part of the classroom, they can engage in differentiated learning activities and develop collective efficiency. School and classroom environments can influence language acquisition to create an inclusive classroom setting. Teachers who use inclusive language to create respect and value differences among the students can help foster this ideology. Also, encouraging communication and collaboration to enhance learning will also improve classroom environments to promote language acquisition. There are many different strategies to celebrate and support cultural diversity within instruction. Connecting academic instruction with a student's prior experience or knowledge is a great teaching strategy that can be used throughout the school year. Fostering open dialogue allows students the freedom to share their cultural background and experiences with the classroom. Cultural responsive teaching by adapting the material to add diversity into instructional materials is another great way to celebrate diversity. Lastly, encouraging collaboration between students creates opportunities for new friendships to be able to form. Some strategies for leveraging home language and cultural aspects include observing a child's language abilities, encouraging and accepting children's attempts to communicate, providing multiple opportunities, and creating an environment that celebrates cultural diversity in the classroom. Understanding each of your students' language capabilities will help you navigate their personalized educational experiences and help alter the curriculum to help your students' needs. Always be patient and encouraging of your students will help provide positive reinforcement, which aids for a better learning experience. Providing all opportunities throughout the lessons for students will help them have the time to learn at their own pace. And creating an environment that celebrates cultural diversity will create a positive and inclusive atmosphere that promotes a better learning experience overall. There are many strategies teachers can use for responsiveness of different strengths, needs, and identities of all English learners through cultural responsive teaching. Culturally responsive teaching is a research-based approach that leverages students' assets to create rigorous student-centered instruction. Identifying your students' assets or their culture, language, and life experiences is the first step of being a culturally responsive teacher. Understanding students' interests can also help as a strategy for planning out lessons to make sure you can engage your students in the curriculum. Using questionnaires, conversations, and being engaged in everyday activities can help teachers learn more about their students' interests. Some opportunities and approaches to meet the social, emotional, and cultural needs of English learners with classroom policy and procedures include establishing a baseline for rules of the classroom. At the beginning of each school year, the classroom rules should be laid out for the students so that everyone knows their expectations for the year. This can include empathy, respect, and collaboration rules between the students and the teachers. Establishing a solid set of rules can help ensure a positive classroom environment. Family and community connections can influence language learning in a variety of ways. Communities can provide support for students outside of the school district and allows them to be immersed in the culture. Immersion is one of the best forms of learning language, but it can be intense. This can also promote self-expression and learning. Families provide a critical role in reinforcing learning and integrating literacy at home. Communities can be a support for this and additional services if needed. Strategies to build and foster strong family, community, and school partnerships are establishing trust, clear communication, and providing a welcoming environment. Through consistent and clear communication between them, everyone can make sure that the foundation is there to build a trusting relationship. Both strategies are tools to make sure that a welcoming environment is provided for everyone to be able to communicate with their thoughts and opinions and form a great working relationship. Effective family engagement practices include bilingual communication, family involvement, and providing resources. Speaking with parents in their own language can make them feel seen and heard and build a great relationship. Making sure that every family is as involved as possible in their child's education is what is best for both the student and the parent. Providing the family with community resources that they can use when they feel they can is another great way to make sure that the family is engaged. Making sure you inform, consult, collaborate, and empower your students' parents to be involved in their communities will help them make better connections and have further support. This type of support is invaluable and very important to make sure that everyone feels accepted and included.